Hello everyone, my name is Eviternity II and welcome back to Imperius. We are today playing map number 22, Inclement. And this is a pretty good level, so away we go. First we're going to run through here, get some guns, push our way through, grab a rocket launcher, clear out the spider boy, and then start to kill more stuff. This level is basically one big loop. You can go either way at the start. Everything is kind of just awake from the off, which means that the first part of this level is absolute insanity, and I love it. This is probably / definitely my favourite level of the ice-themed episode, just because of the sheer mania of how it plays out. Interestingly, the direction I took on this playthrough on Annihilate Me is completely different to the one I did on Ultraviolence. I actually went the other way round on Ultraviolence, but this is notably spicier on Annihilate Me. And so I did have to shake up the tactics a little bit. And just trying to be a bit min-maxy about picking up that blue armor. I will grab it as soon as I feel that I have to, or accidentally walk over it. But for now, we've just about got ourselves a foothold here. Dangerous stuff is pretty much dead. And now we can take a little bit of time just to tidy up before we move on. Like I said, pretty much everything in the level is now awake and aware of our presence. So, I mean, I definitely haven't killed 238 enemies. Like, the kill count's still going up at a rate higher than what I'm doing. So the enemies themselves are doing a bit of work, which is nice. And, well, this is kind of tedious, but... thank you, Mr. Mancubus. You made that a lot less tedious for me. And then he died. So, how does this level play out then? So we've got this sort of big circuit that we could do. We could have gone left or right at the start. Well, it's more like left and forward. I went forward. Could have gone left. We'll end up back at the same place if we carry on this route. There are 3 keys. Are there 3 keys? There are 3 keys. I think there's 3 keys that we need to open up the exit. But there are also 3... secret switches. I think it's 3 secret switches. Pretty sure it's 3 secret switches that unlocks the secret exit for this level, which we will of course be doing. 5 secrets is quite a lot, and they're all pretty good. And you might have just noticed it, but there are ice physics out there, so I'm not too inclined to start running out there at the moment. There's also cyber barons to my right along the corridor, and sliding cyber barons is quite the sight. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of that in a not too dangerous way in a few minutes. So, looking pretty good so far. Maybe we'll go back, we'll get some more ammo. Is there anything up here I want to get right now? Get some rockets maybe to clear this guy out. I think I'll grab the Soul Sphere too. And yeah, we just finish off clearing off these imps. So yeah, we are 4 minutes into this level, and we've already killed half of the enemies. Like that's the ferocity, the intensity of the first opening bit. It's definitely the hardest part of the level is sort of figuring out what you're going to do at the start. Especially because, like I said, ended up being completely different to what I did on an Ultraviolence, so I did have to shake this up a little bit to get a strategy that worked for me. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good. We've got the Mancubus infighting the Cyber Barons, which is nice. Cyber Barons are a great choice for infighting because they kill themselves as well. I mean, this guy doesn't even need infighting to help kill himself. He's shooting rockets face planting at the walls. This is pretty dangerous, but we're okay. He was weak. He was weak from all those rockets he was firing directly into a wall. So we'll push the switch, we'll get the red key. It is, of course, it's booby-trapped. So we will just grab it and then try to get out. This is taking a lot more damage than I would like, but it's pretty low tier stuff. And we're okay. I think my original intention there was to try and run up the stairs, but I think a cacodemon blocked me. Yeah, there's a few of them there. And now they're dead. There we go. Work our way up the steps. And yeah, those barons are back. We didn't kill those revenants earlier, so we'll kill them now. There's actually a secret we can get to from their platform, which we'll grab shortly as well. Oh! Yeah, there's an astral cacodemon up there. I think somehow I thought he was dead. I think he usually dies when I do this. But not today. Couple of lost souls. And one more astral mancubus. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Plenty of power-ups, as you can see. We've already passed like 3 blue armors and 3 soul spheres. It's pretty generous even at this difficulty. I think that switch there is an any key switch. It's like a grey switch, but I'm pretty sure you can do any key. I think it was map 15 that also had an any key switch, but I'm pretty sure that one was orange. Anyway, come down in here, press the switch, and then we want to kill one of the side pockets of barons. There's barons kind of everywhere. I do like to do it with the rocket launcher just to conserve, because I'm pretty sure I do have a plasma gun at this point. But we're also going to get another megasphere very shortly, so it doesn't really matter if we take a bit of damage here. I think that's Hell Knights on Ultraviolence. But as long as you don't get overwhelmed, and if you do start to get overwhelmed, you can of course switch to the plasma. But I am going to need that for this room, which has we got 2 blue barons in this room. They're going to spawn in. There we go. Try and get out if you can. I wasn't exactly sure where he was going to spawn in because I haven't done this level that much. I just remember getting ganked by those things when I wasn't expecting them the first time round. Another rocket launcher, so you could have come in here if you wanted to get a rocket launcher first. And I thought there was a pop-up arch vial somewhere around here, but apparently not. So this is a little trap. Stand in the middle. We want to get the invulnerability, and then yeah, there's that non-infinite height coming into play. We should be able to kill everything and then just plasma down the cyber demon with what remaining invulnerability we've got. This looks more like night vision than invulnerability. Like, it's less obnoxious than the sort of white filter that they use in vanilla, but I'm not really sure this conveys the right sort of colour tone for invulnerability in my mind. That's a Z-Doom thing. That's not Eviternity II. Or Z-Doom, if you're American. So that fight in the middle there is not too difficult if you know that you need to camp on the invulnerability, because you do have plenty of time with that invulnerability. I think the issue on Ultraviolet... No, the issue on Annihilate Me is not getting it. Especially if you get stuck in a corner. Down here, yeah, so we had 4 doors open. We had Spectral Astrals. They go down in one shot, so focus on them first. There's also a Mancubus, which is quite nice. And then we come out into this outside area, which is pretty interesting because this is actually the end of the previous level. In fact, that bridge up there is the end of the previous level. I think I mentioned that in my last video, where it's quite nice that it all kind of links together. Well, this is the other area that you can get to, but it's in the next level. There's another secret. There's a couple secrets here actually, but what we're going to do here is just kind of run all the way across. We're going to get to the other side, push our way through with the plasma gun, push that switch, and then you can drop down into the valley here and just get some distance between you and everyone else. It is important to push the switch before you drop down, just because the pillars that have been raised, they're lowerable, so it just allows you to get back up a bit faster. The thing with staying up there is, like, there's quite a lot of stuff shooting at you. There's even Cyber Barons on Annihilate Me, and if you stay out on the ledge, it's actually an instant death pit if you fall off, and I think there's ice physics on those platforms anyway, so it's just not really a place you want to be hanging around in. But I think that's looking pretty good. There's another Cyber Baron. And yeah, now we can lower the pillars. There's the Lost Soul anti-rocket tech enemies. And some Revenants, but we can kill those pretty quickly. Or we could just fall down. Now, what do we want to do? So we're just going to pick up some power-ups, and then we're going to proceed on with the next level. You do, in the next area, so you do kind of want to keep cells. There is a final fight in this level, which, if you've got enough cells, is pretty easy, because you do get a BFG. But it can catch you off guard if you're not fully stacked for it. Now watch out here, because there is a Cyber Demon that's going to teleport in, I think. Oh no, he starts at the back. Yeah, he's already there, look, he's coming up. So we use rockets until he gets a bit closer, and then I am going to switch to the plasma gun, because I do kind of want to kill him before I get closed in on by those pain elementals. Because they will obviously rocket me as soon as they can. Where did that guy come from? Was he wandering down here this whole time? Anyway, we have actually run out of cells, which I didn't really intend to do, but there we go. Another Cyber Baron. Ah, the Arch Files, of course, I'd forgotten about them. So there's 2 Archfiles that teleport in over there at some point, possibly after I picked up the blue key. So you do actually want to come back around this way, because killing them from over here is pretty easy to do, whereas running the other way, they can kind of close the distance on you. One of them is still alive. And the teleportations, so it's actually a way for them to get from the below area down there. They can teleport up. So they're not, I don't think it's them teleporting in. I think it's them teleporting up. Anyway, drop down into this little ledge, push the switch. That was a green key switch. which will lower. I mean, it's not actually. You don't actually need a green key for it, but there are 3 coloured like blocks. So we got green. Here's orange. Which I'm going to try to avoid the Omega armor for now. And I think the last one is purple or like magenta. Those 3 like key colour walls lower a corresponding barrier to. I think it's to the BFG actually. Is it to the BFG? It's to the BFG and the secret exit. So we're very nearly done with the level. We've got the final fight to do. We're going to jump over here and get this other secret. Here is the purple or magenta switch. And now we have everything we need to go back to these pillars. Go up the pillars, drop down onto this ledge here, and go through this teleporter, which takes us to, as we said, the BFG. Now, quick question for you. Is this lowering or is the wall raising? The answer is the wall is lowering. Always throws me, that does. I'm kind of terrified of these things, so I am going to use the BFG. That was pretty wasteful and kind of ineffective, but maybe feel safer. Now, we can drop down here, and you note this little diorama. The door is open and there's like a little miniature secret exit behind it. Well, that is representative of what has happened in real life. We have now opened the door to the secret exit by pushing that switch. And I think you do need to get the BFG and the 3 things before that area will open up. So it is kind of like a super secret. It's a secret within a secret, which I think is absolutely fine for like a secret exit or for like a secret BFG. Because you do need to get all 3 to be able to access the secret exit after all. But it does give us a BFG now for the final fight. So bear in mind, I suppose, when you watch me do the final fight, that I do have a super secret BFG for it, which I don't think you would normally have. And like I said, providing you've got enough ammo, which we do, it does make the... Christ, how did he get behind me? It does make the final fight a little bit easier. So we've got 500 cells. And we can come down here now. We can see the secret exit is already open. We could take that right now if we wanted to, but obviously we won't. Instead, we're going to come up here to do the final fight to get the yellow key to open the conventional exit. So we've got a megasphere there in the bank. We've got a lot of rockets here. What we're going to do, pick up the key. That's going to start the fight. And what we're going to do is try and push our way outside, because there's more cells outside. And now we're just going to BFG push our way through, try to avoid the astrals to get to the next set of cells. Restock. And focusing on the astrals. Holding down left mouse. And there's pretty much it. Couple cacos left, there's a green baron. I think the only time I've done that fight without the BFG was my blind ultra-violence playthrough, way back in the RC5 days, and I found it pretty tricky. I found it pretty tricky on ultra-violence without the BFG. I think with the BFG, though, it is a very different beast. Like I say, especially if you come in with the right amount of cells. I even had a spare megasphere, look, which I could have pushed back to if I'd really needed it. Anyway, now we push these 2 switches on the outside. That raises the thing for us to get back out. We've got the yellow key. We can open the proper door. There's a couple of arch files, I think, behind here. But, yeah, they're no threat, really. And that's all the kills. I have missed a secret, which I'm going to go back for. I think it was this armor. Yep, there we go. And there you go. Map 22. My personal favourite of the ice theme episode. All kills, all secrets, all done. On to the next secret level. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.